Hey mamas, I'm back as promised, sooner than later. And today is very special because today I am 39 weeks pregnant. And it's special because I usually, from experience, I have had my other three children during the 39-week mark. So I'm excited because I think he's coming this week. That's what I will hope. I even got dates for him to come. He can't come tomorrow because I'm gonna miss my son's graduation and I'm gonna be so sad. But he can come on the 16th. He can't come on the 15th either. That's my grandpa's birthday, and I kind of want to keep that his birthday, even though he's no longer with me. But I just feel like that's his day, and I don't want him to come on his day. The 16th will work for me. 17th, not the 18th. I just have all these dates that is just like not working, and this I'm acting like I can control it and be like, yeah, this, whatever. But I'm excited. I feel like I'm gonna wake up every day this week. Like, is he coming today? Is he coming today? Is today today? I hope I don't be like that, but that's how I feel because from my past experience, this is when my babies usually come. All three of my children were born week 39. So today I got up this morning. I was in a great mood. I walked my baby to school, but by the time it was time to walk back, I started feeling like some contractions. I'm like, oh man, not right now. So I got home, relaxed and everything, and I've just been lounging around all day. And I finally packed my hospital bag. I've been saying I was going to do it for a long time, and I kept saying, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I finally started it today. It's not fully finished or whatever, but I know what I need. I've been down this road 3 other times, so it's like I know what I need. I've been watching on TikTok, and I'm seeing everything these women are packing in their bags, and I'm just like, oh, I'm not gonna need that. I'm not gonna need that. I know what I'm gonna need. I was laughing because I told my friends I'm gonna walk in there with like a plastic bag, like I'm here just swinging it around with almost nothing in it. But I actually got a cute mommy bag, and it's nice and big, and I just threw some stuff in there, so we'll see. I know the basics. Coming home outfits for us, and my stuff for the most part. And then I did pack him something to take pictures in and to dress him and things while he's there. And that's about it. My husband's gonna pack his own bag or whatever. I had enough trouble packing my own daggone stuff. And guys, I have the pacifier already, so I don't gotta ask him for one. And people, they always say, oh, am I giving my child the pacifier, or the pacifier is this. You do what you want to do. I'm going to make sure I got one just in case, because my children don't accept another pacifier. They only accept that one from the hospital. So luckily I have like some little connections or whatever, so I was able to get my hands on a few. But yes, it was horrible. My last pregnancy, well, not pregnancy, my stay, I brought my own pacifiers, and my Kenai didn't want them. So I literally asked the nurse for a pacifier. And she was like, oh, no, we don't give them out, and we don't have them, blah, blah, blah. I was so upset because she had to go inside the little thing because had jaundice. And she wasn't staying there with that pacifier. She literally kept spitting the pacifier out. Every time I put it in her mouth, she kept spitting it out. And I brought 2 different ones. She kept spitting them out. So I'm like, okay, well, I can't keep her in here under this light because she keeps whining. So I got to take her out. So the more I take her out, the more it defeats the purpose of her being in the light. But then the nurse came and was like, I found you one. I was like, thank God. I gave it to her. She kept it, and that was her ride or die forever until she got rid of the pacifier. She had it the whole time. So the other pacifier they usually take is the Tommy Tippy one. So I got that too. So we'll see. Hopefully I don't need it. But I got them just in case. I packed it right in my bag. And if I get one while I'm there, I'm going to be happy too because I'm going to have extra. But anyway, the purpose of this session is to really give you guys insight on my pregnancy. Um, I'm gonna talk about all the questions that I got. That's right, guys. It took me a little minute, but the last couple of days I've been going through the questions and everything, filtering them out. But it took me a couple days to sit here and come up with how I was gonna give this to you guys. I'm gonna answer the questions, a few of the questions that I got. I'm gonna tell you about my pregnancy, all about it. I was asked to compare the different ones. We're gonna do that too tonight. And that's about it. I got some little time to myself. My kids are at the beach. This is like their first official beach day. And the pictures that I got, they look like they're having so much fun. I cannot wait to add to the happiness. I love the beach, and I'm going to do more of the beach this year. I said that. But we'll see how things turn out. But let's get into it. After listening to that, clearly I never finished the episode. As I was recording, things changed. I started not to feel good. The kids came home or whatever, so I had to put the episode on pause. Never finished it. So the questions that we were going to talk about, we get to discuss them a little differently. Um, Today is June 17th. It's a Saturday. And guess what? Baby is here. Kyrie was born yesterday on the 16th, just like I said. And it's been amazing ever since. He is an amazing baby. He doesn't cry. He's just so chill and relaxed. It's great. Everything's great. Now, our neighbors next door, their baby cry all freaking night. All night. And I'm just like, thank God. That's all I can really say. Because I wouldn't know what to do. Like, I just hear him crying all day and all night. But anyway, Kyrie is not like that. He's actually laying next to me. He's laying in his bassinet. We're still in the hospital, of course, because he was born yesterday. We come home tomorrow, hopefully. Um, it's just us. We're chilling. He's sleeping. I'm relaxing. I still have my spit cup, guys. I'm going to have it until about, hopefully next week or the week after, maybe. I'm just ready to get rid of it. But anyway, so some of the questions that I was asked, I'm going to answer them still. But instead of you guys hearing them as if, what would you do? What would you do? I can let you know what I actually done and how I really felt during that time rather than how do I think I'm going to feel or whatever. But sit back, get your wine, get your water. Right now I have apple juice and I have water. But I can't wait to get my wine. I'll settle for a cooler right now. That's what I really want. Like I want a cooler. Like a lemonade, a spiked lemonade, something like that. I don't know. I'll figure it out when I get home though. Or next week or so. Whatever, I don't know. But grab your drinks, ladies, and just listen. Now, I'm gonna start with belly touching. That's like one thing I almost hate. Like I don't like when random people think they can touch my stomach. I don't like that at all. Um, my reason is because you don't know what kind of shit people be into, and you can be, not to think negative all the time or whatever, but it's just that can be a negative person. Period. Just coming up to me, rubbing on my stomach, like you don't know me. Why are you touching me? You can be putting them negative vibes all like on me. Like I don't play the belly touching at all. Now, you do get people sometimes and like ask, can I touch your stomach? Or things like that. And I'm a little biased. Sometimes I'll be like, no. Or sometimes I'll be like, yeah, sure, whatever. But for the most part, I do not like it. And that's it. That's it. So my son graduated 8th grade on Wednesday. No, on Thursday. Thursday the 15th. I told y'all this before. And two older women came up to me and was like, "Oh my goodness, congratulations!" They had their energy was very high. I was in a great mood. I looked good, guys. You know, and I was getting all these compliments because, of course, it's this home stretch, and I'm still out here moving around. I made sure I didn't look like shit that day. But anyway, and they asked, "Oh, can I rub your stomach? Oh, this is gonna be good luck," and things like that. It's the way they approach me, and I said, "Yeah, whatever." It's just all about like that person's like energy, whatever. You don't want someone saying, "Oh, they rubbing your belly for good luck," but they look like it's just like, "No, bitch, like whatever. I just want to touch you." No. Anyway, bottom line, if you're one of them people that's really touchy feely, that's that's you. But if you're one of them people who like to touch other people's stomach, just ask first. Don't just assume that because she's pregnant, she wants you to touch her stomach or whatever, because that's not the ideal. Just ask. It's just out of respect. Um, Next question is, how does it feel to grow a human in my belly, in my body? This pregnancy, it was like amazing. Um, Only maybe it was so unexpected, and it was just like as he got bigger, I can feel it. Like I can feel his feet like kicking out at me. Excuse me, the doctor came in. But like I was saying, I can like feel this pregnancy. I can feel like when he kicked and or if he stretches, the like print, like the size of his foot. I knew the size. It was just like magical. And then it was just great that everybody around me, like my kids, got to experience like and see the kicking and feel him rolling around. It was just like different, but it's an amazing feeling until you get too big and it's just like, oh, it's too much. But I feel like out of all my pregnancies, this was the one. It was just more. I was more into it. It was the last one, but it was like the older I got, it was just different. Rather than when I had my first child, I was 19. So it's like, oh, I'm pregnant. Yeah, I was like a little show boy. Yeah, touch my stomach. Oh yeah. To where now, hell no, I wasn't doing none of that. But it was just it's very interesting, and it's like you could be so mad, but you can just sit back and just rub your stomach or watch the movement, and you're at peace. And it's just different. It's amazing. It's an amazing feeling and whatever. People say they don't want to have kids, so it's to each his own. But like, I'm not doing it again. But if this experience was by far like one of the best one, I will say. Um, I knew what to expect during my pregnancy because I've been through everything before. So I assumed it was going to be, once I found out it was a boy, I thought it was going to be different. Because my pregnancy with my son was so much easier. It was great. I didn't have any complaints. My pregnancy with the girls was horrible. This one was with the girls, so I just kept making sure it's a boy, right? He is a boy, right? I couldn't wait for them when I pushed him out. They was like, boy, baby boy. They just stalled a little bit, and then they was like, yes, baby boy. I was like, oh yes, thank you. But like I said, overall, it's an amazing feeling. Like that's it. That's all. Some people say, oh my goodness, how did you do this? Or when they see me and I have a spit cup, the question is, what are some things they don't tell you? about pregnancy? Well, the first thing is every pregnancy is not the same. There will be differences. Um, like me, and the spit cup thing is ridiculous. I never even heard of it until my aunt was pregnant. Oh no, he's up, guys. I'll be back. All right, guys, I'm back. So yeah, the spit cup thing, and then when I see people and I have to explain it, it gets right on my nerves. And then some people look at me like I'm crazy. Like, what? You can't swallow your spit or what? It's just ridiculous. Um, they say get your sleep now because when the baby comes, you're going to be up different times. What they don't tell you is it's hard for you to get your sleep now because before, while you're pregnant, because you have to keep getting up and going to the bathroom. You're uncomfortable. You're too busy rolling around trying to get comfortable to enjoy a peaceful sleep. If you have other kids that are like spoiled and still try to climb in your bed, you have to make sure they're not kicking you. So it's almost impossible to sleep while you're pregnant. Everyone, they don't tell you to about ignoring how other moms are feeling. Like you can see a mom up and doing everything you cannot do, and you look like, am I supposed to be doing this? No, you do what you can do. Like sometimes when I'm pregnant, I hate being around other moms because I be hating low key because they be up drinking and eating whatever the hell they want, and I be over here not drinking and eating whatever I want. I'm like very limited. I'm drinking an Ensure or some water and barely eating anything. So I hate watching other pregnant people eat and enjoy their food because I be low key mad. I'm not even gonna front. I be pissed off. But yeah, that's that one. Um, am I getting the epidural? Was the question. Answer: hell yes. I am team epidural. Um, last pregnancy, I didn't make it to the hospital on time, and I didn't get the epidural, and that shit hurt like hell. Like it was just, mm-mm. I couldn't do it again. There's some people who do it. Congratulations. When I say who do it, I mean they natural labor. They don't get the epidural. But me, my first child, I got the epidural. My second child, I took morphine, and I look like a fiend. So I was like, yeah, no, I don't want to look like that in the picture, so I'm not getting that. My third baby, I was like, well, I want to see how, I want to go in everything to be natural. I don't know what I was thinking. It hurted just so bad. It hurted so bad. It was no words for it. The tears was just falling down my face. Um, I did get the epidural. So when I got to the hospital, they asked me about it, and I said, yep. I kind of got there a little too late again, but it wasn't too late. And yeah, I got it. And my labor was easy. It was not quick, but it was easy. Another question I've got throughout this pregnancy was if I'm going to breastfeed, and my answer is yes. I breastfeed all my kids. Sometimes I do supplement with formula, but for the most part, they're all breastfed, or I'll pump and put in the bottle. But that's the plan. That's been going on. So when he first came out, I breastfed him. We did give him a bottle of formula because I was exhausted. At one point in time, I couldn't even keep my eyes open. But for the most part, he will be breastfed, or the milk, my breast milk will go into a bottle. We'll see. The goal for me is I do it for the first year, Um, my oldest son, I did it for 6 months, and I was over it. My two girls for the first year, one got the breast like exclusively, only in a bottle when I wasn't around, and the other one got the breast at night during like bedtime. I would pump the other times and just give her a bottle. This baby, we'll see what he into. I don't know. I haven't had to give him the pacifier yet that I love so bad. Couldn't wait to get. They didn't offer it to him yet. Hopefully it stays like this. But again, we will see. Mm, am I nervous? I get nervous at the end when it's time to have the baby. When the contractions start, that's when I get nervous. And it's like, oh, are they gonna send me home if I go? Am I ready? And I pray and make sure everything goes right with me and the baby. And then I have family members who also pray to make sure everything goes right with me and the baby. It's just like I don't. I just I'm like excited and anxious at the same time. So yes, I do get nervous. It's not like, oh, this stuff for baby, she a pro. It's not like that because like I said, every time is different. Um, Trying to think. Hmm. Mm. One question is that I also got was, what should my husband do to help? My thing is, um, I always tell this story because when we were, when I was in labor with Kenai, my husband was just like, he was so tired, and we were just coming from my grandpa's funeral, so we had a long day, and he was just like, you acting like you never did this before. He was just like, his energy was just like, ugh. So I was like, you know what, stay over there. We were like fake beefing. You stay over there. The nurse is gonna help me. You don't gotta help me. All I'm saying is your partner just needs to be supportive. That's it. That's all. Um, your partner just needs to be aware. And if your partner is not aware, just sometimes you do have to bring them up to speed. You need to be aware of how I may be feeling, or don't just be supportive. I'm in pain. Hug me a little bit, like rub me a little bit. And I'm saying all this stuff, but I do not like that. When I'm in pain or when I'm like labor pain, I don't really want anybody to touch me. I want help, but then I don't want help. And I will say my husband was amazing this time with Kyrie. He was there, he was supportive, he was helping do everything. Like he wouldn't let me lift a finger. He helped with everything. Like he was doing everything, rubbing my head, like my legs, everything. Like he was amazing. Like I couldn't ask for anybody else to be in there with me. That's another thing. Um, they ask how many people can be in a room. Everywhere is different. Um, when it comes to me, I feel like every time I went into labor, it was who I wanted to be in the room with me. Because the first time I had my whole family in there, like everybody was in there. Then my second child, I just wanted my husband and my grandparents in there. Third child, I didn't want anybody in there, which is me and my husband. I didn't want just us. That's it. And then this time, I wanted just me and him in there too. Um, I wasn't even. I was open. Anybody, not anybody, but I wouldn't have mind if somebody else came. But this time, it was just us. It was like, all right, we out. So you have to see what the hospital policy is for wherever you're having your baby at, and then that's how I guess you can create a list of who you want in there or things like that. But yeah, that's the question, and that's one thing people don't know that they can like do hospital tours and things where you have your baby. Wherever you plan to have your baby, you can do a hospital tour and ask questions. Some people don't utilize that, but if you're one of them people that need to know and things like that, you go there, you do the tour, you ask whatever you feel as though you need to ask, just so you know the back what you're doing, or if they don't allow you to do something, and that's what you want to do, you can change your mind. You can have your baby somewhere else, things like that. Um, some a question, a decent question, like they have different questions. I keep saying because I'm still spitting and it's bothering me. But like a sample question would be: do the hospital have students? Utilize students? Me, when it comes to working with students, especially if I usually decline. I do not do it. I'd be like no. And when I go to the places like my doctor's appointments or whatever, and they have students there, they'll tell me first, and I usually decline. Like no. And it's so like I just feel like just not with me. Not right now. Not why. This is something serious to me. I don't need no. However, when I came in to have my son, it was a student there, and she introduced herself to me. She was great, actually. Um, it wasn't how usually sometimes they throw the student in there to do the work, and then the the actual doctor or midwife is just there like overlooking. It wasn't like that. It was the midwife did it, and then the student was there, paying attention, and then she looked at me and was like, "Do you mind if I see?" I was alright with it because I knew how far they were just checking my cervix and stuff. I was like, "Yeah, sure." That was fine with me. They just be throwing them in there like, "Oh yeah, hon, try you gonna do this one?" Like it's just training at a job. When don't use me. That's just how I feel about that. Usually the hospitals they do offer breastfeeding support everywhere because like a lot of people try to promote it. Um, so it will be the support there. Some people do not allow cameras and like inside the labor and delivery room, and I just found that out because when I have my babies, they be in there. We be recording and stuff. But some hospitals don't allow you to have them, and that's just crazy to me because this is a special moment. Like why you can't record it? But if something goes wrong, then you have enough footage. That's what I was told, but I don't know. That's just a little crazy to me. Now, my last question that I got was, if the baby doesn't come, am I going to be, am I going to get induced, or do I want to be induced? I did not want to get induced because I don't like how when you get induced you can't eat, and if I'm hungry, I want to eat. But even so, like what they do, like the different ways that they induce you, I just didn't want. I just wanted him to come natural, and I was really happy that he came when I said he was going to come. And that's it. That's all. So now I have a little bit more time left over. I have to share with you all my story. This is like the bonus part, like behind the scenes, the Patreon parts. But I'm giving it to you for free now. So boom. If you listen to the beginning of this episode, I started and I'm like, oh, I'm happy. I'm 39 weeks. I was doing reels and everything, y'all. It was so funny. The reels kept me going all week. But I'm doing reels, having so much fun. 39 weeks or whatever. Tuesday, I made a video, a snippet. I guess that's what we're gonna call it. And I didn't finish it. But I discussed how the baby can come on Friday. Which is crazy. My son graduated Thursday, which is my grandpa's birthday. Now, a little bit history. My grandpa died 3 years ago, and I went into labor at his funeral. But I had my daughter the next day. Fast forward to now. I went into labor on my grandpa's birthday, which is the 15th, and I had my son the next day. Crazy, right? So Anyway, I predicted and I said he can come on the 16th, as you guys all heard. And I was just like, yeah. I was talking to my family. I'm like, oh my goodness, if he comes, I was like, him and Cassidy's numbers will be the same. And everybody was like, yo, oh, that's crazy. That'll be cute. Da, 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 da. Well, look, it happened. Boom, he's here. So that was exciting. Anyway, so I went to labor and delivery. I started having contractions around, I want to say 3:30. My son's graduation's over. We're in the house. We're chilling, whatever, trying to figure out what we're gonna do when we for him, whatever. But he was like, I don't want nothing. I just want money. Okay, whatever. We ended up getting crabs. He loves crabs. They wanted to go crab du jour, but then they didn't, so they said get crabs. They was eating crabs. I was chilling. So I'm like, okay, I've been having contractions for hours now. I'm gonna go later. I get to the hospital at like 8 something, 9 o'clock. I was only 1 centimeter dilated and in phase 50%. My husband was laughing. He like, oh my god, she got me out here and she not even. I'm like, whatever. I'm like, all right, I just don't want to. So I told him I just don't want to come too late. I want to be able to get the epidural and everything else, whatever. So they told me you can even stay here and labor or you can go home and labor. So I wanted to go home and labor because I want to eat and relax and do whatever. So I went home, ate, chilled, watched a movie. I went to bed. I woke up at 2:30 with contractions. So I'm like, oh man, these joints really hurt. So I'm chilling. I wake my husband up like 3 o'clock. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna have to go back. He was like, go back. She talking about go back, but he was asleep. I don't even know if he knew what I was talking about. But I waited a little longer though, not a little longer, because I waited till 5 o'clock. Mm. I'm like, all right, I can't take it no more. We out. We get there, they check me. I'm 3 centimeters and 80% piece. So she's like, yeah, we're having a baby. I'm like, okay, yay. I knew we were having a baby, but the contractions was just so, they were getting so unbearable. And it's just like, damn, how the hell? I'm not, I should still be at the calm part. Like, I couldn't even move. So I'm like, oh, man. Anyway, they called for the epidural. They did everything they were supposed to do. They called, whatever. When it came that time, the guy took forever. So I'm like, oh my God. So then when he comes, he's explaining everything. I'm like, okay, yep, He like, any questions? I'm like, no. Then he's like, oh, like, and then he's trying to put humor into it when I don't fucking feel like laughing because I'm in pain. So I'm like, yeah, okay. In my head, I'm thinking, I don't care if you tell me this thing is gonna poke my eye out. I want it. Give it to me. There's nothing you can say to change my mind. No, it's too unbearable. Like I want it. So I got it. As soon as I got that, y'all, I just remember being asleep until it was time. So then, I don't know, maybe the way it took, I started feeling like contractions. I'm like, damn. So I'm like, why I can feel this, whatever. Me, I haven't had an epidural in a long time. They like, oh, press the button for the pain, whatever. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So I'm laying here chilling. So then I know it's time to push because now I feel, instead of feeling it, the pain or whatever, the pressure in my pelvic area, I feel like I gotta poop. And that's what it feels like, yo. When it's time to push, you feel like you gotta poop. So I feel like I gotta poop, and I feel the baby's right there. So when they came in to check me this time, they're like, "Oh yeah, well, the baby's head's right there." I already felt that. I already knew. So I'm like, okay, there you go. All right, well, it's time, whatever. So they like, well, if you wanna, do you wanna grab him out? I'm like, this is not a movie. This is not TV. No, I just want him to get out so I can close my legs. I'm done. So then anyway, he comes out, whatever. My husband's there being very supportive. Loves him to death. The doctors, the midwives, the nurses, there was a few people in there. And he ended up pooping. So it was more people in there just so they can help, all hands on deck. And he started crying, and I'm like, oh my God, look at him. He came out looking just like Kenai and my husband, of course. And I was just like, yo, I did it. He's here. I let them take him. They did the skin to skin. when I watched the video back, I noticed he had all this poop on him and stuff, and they got all throwing them all on me. He peed on one of the nurses, and then he was a poopy mess. He kept pooping. So, and then he's here. We got to go upstairs. He was 6 pounds and 6 ounces, and he was born on 6/16 at 2:19. And my shooty butt. And his name is Kai Free, and him is so cute and so chill and so quiet, and I just love him. So we're upstairs, and like literally, he's such a good baby. Like my nurse comes in the room, and she's like, "Do you want me to take him?" And they don't even take babies anymore. They do everything in the room, and she's like, "Oh, he's so cute," and I'm like, "Oh, thank you," but he's all right. He was just chilling. My husband's spoiling him, like he does all the kids that we have. Spoiled. He wants to hold them. He's not even crying. He wants to hold them. He not even paying no mind. He want to hold them. Like no. And then people like, oh yeah, I'm tired now. Now you out of room and you tired. That don't sound right. I said, well, you gotta put him back to sleep and put him in that bassinet. He looked at me like, what? I said, yeah, you heard me, because I'm not about to hold him. But now I'm holding him because I'm so sweet and him so tiny and cute. But anyway, guys, I just had to give that to you. I'm very much still in my husband bed. I get to go home tomorrow, and I'm excited to just be home in my own space and let him be in his items that were purchased for him out of love, and just relax. I cannot wait for my kids to see him. They can't wait to see him. He gonna be looking like, what the hell is going on? But I just can't wait to be home and around, surrounded by my family that I created. It's pure perfection. So, if you're pregnant and listening to this, you make sure you enjoy your pregnancy, the rest of it, and you get some tips. And if you have questions, you get those questions answered. And you make sure you're being treated fairly and how you're supposed to be, as far as like by your partner. Um, if you're not pregnant, that's fine. If you're a mom, you make sure you're getting treated fairly too from your partner and your kids, because the kids be the ones. But guys, that's all I have. I'm gonna sit here and continue watching this movie, and I'm gonna lay him back down because he's asleep. I'll probably try to take a nap. That's what we should be doing, sleeping while he sleep. Especially right now because I ain't gotta clean up or nothing. So maybe I should take a nap and watch the movie later. I don't know. But anyway, like, comment, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Now that the pregnancy is over, I gotta just talk about mom life, I guess. Not the pregnancy, just mom life. And that's it. Bye, guys.